eyes may go. And then you can kind of move up and down to whichever place you like it. I just like it a little bit above the ears. So then I do some eyelids. Now, eyelids, I just draw a straight line, quite simple, but eyelids are really important to make your anime boy look kind of mysterious.
I have been drawing digital art since 2022. I think it was like December or something like that. I don't remember the exact month, but these are some of my old drawings of when I first started. Like, look at just how awful these are.
Brother,
I remember when I was starting this, like starting doing these, I remember being like, wow, for my first time, I am so decent, actually kind of good. Like, I was kind of, in a way, weirdly happy about some of them. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And, you know, Viora is so right when it comes to being delusional. I think I was so delusional when it came to some of these drawings. Like, I don't understand. Like, why did I think this was okay? Like, look, just, like, what? And it was so weird to me, too, because I feel like, you know, you feel delusional, so you actually feel like a good artist, so it makes you keep going. Like, I agree with her in terms of, you know, it makes you delusional and thinking you're a good artist, so it gives you that motivation to keep going. And my content career started with digital art. I was not just immediately a content creator. I wasn't immediately a reaction person or anything like that. And it just kind of went on from there. Oh yeah, I thought about making a comic of 7 Deadly Sins when, like, of their children for some odd reason. Like, this did not go anywhere and it didn't last long. But, like, you could just see what I mean of how, like, I really thought I could make a comic with this design at the time. Like, what? Even though now my art style has improved, like, this is a recent picture I did of Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's just, it really looks way more detailed than what the previous ones were, and just really pops and does so much, and I really, really love it. And a lot of the art stuff that I have learned in the past, like, probably a year or so, maybe less than a year, have been by Viora. A lot of the coloring, mostly, I have learned from watching her videos. So if you are either a new beginner or just want to try to, you know, figure things out, please go watch her. I have learned so much from her, and this is what today's video is actually going to be. She really talks about a lot is trying different art styles. Don't just stick with just one style. And I kind of agree with her on that, and I've been really eager to try a different art style. And I was looking through some of her old videos to kind of get some inspiration, and I noticed this how to draw an anime boy easy tutorial, which is like 8 minutes long. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to follow along this video and we're going to see how it goes. And, you know, maybe it'll turn out really good. Maybe I can learn from that art style and maybe take into some ways to make it more my own, or I can just figure out ways to improve. Just following along, honestly, and just kind of getting what I could on there and just following along. Yeah, it's, then let's just, like, what is this? Whoa. Like, what are we doing? I made the neck so huge and I had to keep making it smaller. It actually took me longer than I thought to try to get it to look somewhat decent. And I can never do it on the first try, so don't be frightened if it's not on the first try. So here is the kind of sketch part of my anime boy, of watching her. I didn't change the hair like she did just because I didn't want it to be too much like hers, I guess. So I ended up just keeping it the way it was, because I actually thought with my anime boy, for some reason, it actually looked pretty good for some reason. So I ended up keeping it. But while I was looking at it, I was like, why does this character look familiar? Like, why do I feel like this is actually a anime boy for some reason? I had this weird, like, I've seen this character before. And then it finally hit me, my anime boy literally looks like Todoroki from MHA. I don't know why. I looked at him and was like, why does he look like Todoroki? I, like, subconsciously, is that the word subconsciously? Sure. I drew him without even realizing it. And so I had a funny theory to keep going with my drawing, even though she did a completely like new character. I was like, what if I just see how much my character actually looks like Todoroki? I ended up adding his scar to my character and just went on with it. Like, I was like, I want to see how much he looks like Todoroki. Because I just, for some reason, even without the scar, I was like, he gives off so much Todoroki vibes. I don't know why. And I ended up using his color palette too. I was like, let's just really experiment with this and have some fun. So I put in all the flat colors. I had a hard time with his skin for some reason, getting it to look right. Don't ask me why. It took me several attempts, so you can see me just having a great time. I really like the blue on him. I feel like it goes good with like his hair, and even one of his eyes is like a blue color. And I am not good with shading. I just kind of do whatever looks somewhat right or decent to me. I don't really like have any type of, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm apparently in the group of digital artists who are delusional because I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, I feel like he gave so much Todoroki vibes that it literally blew my mind that I did that without even realizing it. And it was just really entertaining for some reason to watch. And I kind of played with some like extra hair strands in his hair, as you can tell. That's something I learned by Aura. It really gives like extra steps if you feel like it just doesn't look full or anything. It kind of gives a cool look to it for some reason. And I don't really know what I was thinking, but it's just it was a lot of fun. And I even tried something different with his eyes too. I normally just do like the eclipse tool on here and then just make the eyes. But this time I actually did it a little bit differently because I wanted just to test some different stuff. And I actually like how his eyes turned out. I don't really know why. I really do. The shadows and the scar was kind of hard. I don't really do good with scars. I think that's something I need to work on. And adding the lighting, I don't know why this adds so much depth and like detail to him for some reason. I can't explain why. But that is my anime boy tutorial of Viora's anime boy. How I turned him into Todoroki, I have no idea. But he looks really cool. And yes, this took me 3 hours and 4 minutes to do. But yeah, here he is in his cute Todoroki glory. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this, and Viora, if you're watching, I love your videos, and your tutorials are always so easy, and I love watching your stuff. I've been kind of needing more like motivation lately, so I've been drawing and just watching your videos on my computer as I draw. So they've been so fun. I love your stuff, and yeah, this is a different video than what I normally do, but I just wanted to try something different because my content started with digital art, so I thought, why not do a little update of my art, like what's changed from when I first started to now, and, just kind of have some fun. So, guys, go subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want anime content, like reactions or anything, that's what I do. So if you want more art, please let me know, and I might be able to slide some in occasionally. And like normal, I am happy you are here. Believe it.
Anyway, bye-bye.